We're given the equation x cubed plus 3x squared plus x plus 8 equals 0. We want to find the sum of the squares of the solutions of x. So in order to do this, we have to use Vieta's formula. So Vieta's formula for a cubic says, let x1, x2, and x3 be the roots of the function, the cubic polynomial. The sum of the solutions is going to equal to opposite of b over a. The product is opposite of d over a. And x1 times x2 plus x2 times x3 plus x1 times x3 is equal to c over a. So for our equation here, we're going to say x1, x2, and x3 are going to be the roots to the equation. So using the sum, so the sum x1 plus x2 plus x3 is opposite of b over a. So the b term is a coefficient of x squared, which is 3. And then the a term is a coefficient of x cubed, which is 1. So we do negative 3 over 1, which is negative 3. Now the product, d is just a constant term here, which is just 8. So it's negative 8 over a, which is 1. And that's negative 8. Now for this is going to equal c over a, where c is the coefficient of x and a is 1. So coefficient of x here is just 1. 1 over 1 is 1. Now x1 plus x2 plus x3 quantity squared is equal to x1 squared plus x2 squared plus x3 squared plus 2 times x1 times x2 plus 2 times x2 times x3 plus 2 times x1 times x3. So in case you're wondering how to solve for this, you would just need to FOIL this out. And just do x1 times x1, x1 x2, x1 x3, then x2 x1, x2 x2, x2 x3, and then same thing with x3. And so you would get this long complicated equation. So what I'm going to do now is subtract the 2 times x1, x2, x2, x3, and x1, x3. Subtract it over to the left. And then we're going to factor out by the negative 2. And so we have now an expression that is equal to x1 squared plus x2 squared plus x3 squared. This we actually found using Vieta's formula. This was the sum of the roots, which we said was negative 3. This we said it was 1. And so if we do negative 3 squared minus 2 times 1, we end up with 7. And that is our final answer.